Today in Worldbox, every kingdom can only craft one material, and we're gonna see who wins. So how this is gonna work is we have 7 kingdoms on this map. We got the Copper Kingdom, the Bronze Kingdom, the Silver Kingdom, the Iron Kingdom, the Steel Kingdom, the Mithril Kingdom, and the Adamantine Kingdom. And I've made it so they can only craft one material or make weapons out of one material. So if we take a look at like the Iron Kingdom, I gave them every single technology. They just can only craft iron. And then I also made their knowledge gain like -2 billion. So they'll basically never be able to ever make any new materials. And I know what you guys are thinking. Obviously, Adamantine's gonna win because they have the best resource.
Wrong.
At least I think so. My thought process with this is all the materials spawn at a rate based on like how good they are. So for instance, like Adamantine is the most rare material. So the Adamantine Kingdom's barely gonna have any access to materials, but when they do, they're gonna be like super OP. Whereas like Bronze and Copper spawn a lot more frequently. So they're going to be able to craft more weapons and armor. And I feel like that's going to even things out because it's really going to come down to like, can a lot of soldiers with pretty good weapons win against like these bigger kingdoms that have better weapons but less of them? So, I mean, that's the idea behind it anyways. We'll just have to see what happens. It is interesting. Nobody's moved on from tents yet. It doesn't look like. Mithril's still on tents. Silver Kingdom. Oh, they're starting to build houses here. But they also are starting out with max tech besides resources. So they should be able to build the highest tier houses like right off the bat. Which is nice because the process of them like building up their kingdoms will be a lot quicker. Oh dang, Bronze already built a mine. Okay, that's going to be really OP. So they're already getting some resources. Which that's good because with the Adamantine and like Silver, I feel like those barely spawn. So it's nice they'll actually just be able to create them themselves. Adamantine's like already spawning Silver over here, but they literally just can't do anything with it. I think they also have an army too. Okay, and Adamantine is, I think, the first one to create a new colony. So they're moving to the south here. Copper also has an army too. Then they're also building the highest tier housing. They've got a mine here. So it feels like everyone's pretty even so far. Iron Kingdom just built a new colony over here to the south east. Mithril, I think, is expanding a little bit to the north. Silver, Bronze. Yeah, I think everyone's built a new colony. So right now it looks like Mithril is in the lead with about 170. And then Bronze is doing the worst at 66, just behind Silver. Interestingly enough, it seems like Copper might have the most army right now at 34. I'm curious if they've actually crafted any copper stuff yet. It seems like it's still mostly wood. I mean, this guy's got like a copper bowl, so they are using it, I guess, just to make bowls though. All right, so we're in year 28. As usual, I think I'll let them expand until like year 100, just so they can get like some decent sized armies and hopefully craft some weapons. I'm still just waiting for the first like better weapon to show up. I'm still like mostly seeing wood. I'm curious if they even have, if the Adamantine Kingdom even has any adamantine. Yeah, so far it doesn't look like it. They have a lot of silver. Man, they're just racking up the silver though. That's like all they have is just wood and silver. Meanwhile, the Silver Kingdom doesn't have any silver, which might be an indicator that they're actually using it to make some weapons. I'm just waiting on them to make something. Why are you taking so long? Yeah, okay, I think Bronze, they might be the first ones to craft a better weapon. So we got a Bronze sword here, and I'm sure we're gonna see a lot more show up. I think that might be a, oh yeah, there you go, Bronze axe. So yeah, I think this is going exactly how I thought it would. These lower tier kingdoms are gonna be able to craft a lot more weapons. Let's take a look at the Copper Kingdom. I'm sure they have some stuff too. Yeah, we're starting to see some copper weapons here. Copper spear and some copper swords and a lot of other stuff too. All right, and year 50, looks like Mithril Kingdom is still in the lead with 720, and then Bronze Kingdom is still doing the worst at 410, but I feel like they're starting to catch up to some of these other kingdoms. I mean, they're close to Silver Kingdom and Copper Kingdom and Steel Kingdom. All right, I want to see if some of these kingdoms have been able to craft anything yet. So far, it doesn't look super great for Mithril. I still like mostly only see wood weapons, but again, they're just one of the more harder resources to get. There's got to be someone though, but we're still only halfway there, so I feel like they'll be able to get some mithril stuff pretty soon. And then I'm not even going to look at adamantine because if they don't have mithril, they definitely don't have adamantine. Steel, on the other hand, I am starting to see a fair amount of weapons pop up. We got some swords in here. More swords. I'm not really seeing much armor, but I feel like that's probably just because it takes so much resources to make. So that's cool. I'm seeing a fair amount of bronze weapons in here. And then silver. I feel like silver does spawn fairly often in the mines, so they should be able to make some weapons, but I don't see very many. And then copper, yeah, still I think doing the best as far as weapon goes. I'm seeing the most copper out of anything. I am like a little bit worried for Bronze Kingdom and Copper Kingdom though, because they're both kind of getting trapped in their little spots. I mean, silver is already kind of a goner. They're never leaving this one spot unless they conquer some land. I'm kind of worried that copper's going to get closed off by adamantine and iron. And then bronze, I guess they still have some land to work with up here, but I think mithril and steel are going to cut them off pretty soon here too. Year 90, we're almost there. World population is up to 7,500. Oh, adamantine kingdom actually took the lead up to 1460. And then bronze ended up overtaking silver kingdom. So bronze and copper are about the same population. Silver kingdom's down to 725. Also, a meteor just fell like right into steel kingdom, which is very unfortunate because that's like one of the few ways adamantine could have gotten at their resource is from meteorites, and it landed like right next to their borders. How unlucky can you get? Okay, let's take one final look at the armies just to make sure that they are creating at least some of their resource. So yeah, I'm starting to see silver here. Oh wow, this is a super OP bow. Plus 40 critical chance and plus 50% critical damage. All right, let's give that guy a star. View Waisu. Curious to see what he does. Oh, this is good. I was really worried about Silver Kingdom, that they just wouldn't be able to get anything. I still am pretty worried about them, given their lack of population, but hopefully they'll do okay. Then bronze over here, I am seeing a fair amount of bronze weapons. Yeah, I think in most of their armies, they have a fair amount of bronze weapons. Steel Kingdom's kind of the same as last we checked on them. They do definitely have a few people with steel weapons, but not that many. Like, majority of their army is wood. I'm very curious about adamantine, though. I'm sure they probably just have, like, maybe one guy that has an adamantine weapon, and that's probably it. Yeah, there's gotta... Oh, wait. I might have just seen one.
Show yourself.
Oh, wait, no. I think I might actually see a couple. There's one with an adamantine sword right there. And then there was definitely a guy with a bow somewhere, but oh, wait, I think that's him right there. Okay, they're probably the only two people in like their entire military that actually got adamantine. So I guess they did find some at some point. Their thing is, I think they're just gonna have to try and steal adamantine from some of the other kingdoms. Because at this point, steel definitely has some, because they harvested it from that meteorite. And I think there were a few other meteorites that fell at some point. So it's out there. I also find it funny how Silver Kingdom just totally pulled a sneaky here, and they like crossed over Bronze Kingdom to go claim this tiny little piece of land there, which is probably just gonna get captured like as soon as the game starts. Okay, year 100. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on Angry Villagers real quick. Then we'll grab the Spite tool and we'll send everyone to war. All right, so pick who you're voting for now. I'm not sure who I have the most faith in. I would maybe say Iron Kingdom, because they have a good balance of population and technology, but I also don't know. Adamantine Kingdom does have tons of population. I don't know about Silver Kingdom, but I really hope that they can make a comeback here. They are currently attacking Bronze Kingdom. Dang, it seems like Mithril and Silver are both kind of going for bronze. Mithril is also trying to go after Silver. I think they're just going after like the weakest empire that they know that they can capture. Silver's down to 500 population, and unfortunately they're kind of running low on army. They have this 50 and they have this 30 here. So yeah, I don't know. They did manage to make a fair amount of silver weapons, but I think they're just struggling to keep up with the other empire's numbers. Okay, we got Adamantine Kingdom has actually been reduced a lot. They're down to, they dropped below 1,000. Steel Kingdom is holding around 1,000. Mithril Kingdom, I think, is still doing the best at 1,100, but they're under attack by iron right now. Oh, I wonder if our guy is still alive. Wasn't he part of silver? Yo, yeah, he's still alive. The Waisu. He's currently just the sole protector of silver at this point, and he is kind of slaying out. He's got 23 kills right now, and he's like about to fend off Mithril's army here. Wait, no. Can he win this fight? Yes. Okay, that was kind of a random detour, but so we should go back to the fight. Looks like Iron's about to take this colony from Mithril. I'm not sure what I guess they're just taking it with like a couple soldiers here. Iron seems to be doing really well in the resource department. They're one of the few kingdoms that seems like they're actually prioritizing making armor as well. I'm seeing like armor and weapons. Looks like that guy stole like a crown from one of the Mithril people. And yeah, some more iron there. Copper is doing very okay right now. They have, let's see, like 40 army total. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much longer they're gonna survive. They're like struggling just to kill this one iron soldier. No, Waisu just got killed. All right, well, silver is done for. Okay, so currently you got Mithril still in the lead with 1100. Iron Kingdom and Steel Kingdom are still doing incredibly well though. Both around 900 population. And then looks like Steel is going pretty hard after Bronze. They'll probably take this colony here. Yeah, okay, well, that was super easy for him. Bronze is really trying to make one last ditch effort to take one of Mithril's kingdoms, or cities here. So we'll see how that goes. Looks like they are capturing it. 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, they're trying to take this one as well. I do hope that they can make a bit of a comeback here. Okay, they took that one over, so they got their population up, back up to 560. So they're still staying on the fight, and it looks like they're gonna try and go take one of Steel's cities right now. They still only got one army, but it does seem like a pretty good army. I think they've been able to steal like a fair amount of weapons from some of the other kingdoms, as well as Bronze just already had so many weapons that their armies are pretty good actually. Copper is making a comeback here. They took one from Adamantine. So Adamantine's down to 600. Copper has passed them up actually, up to 800. And then you got Iron, Mithril, and Steel are all kind of hovering around the same numbers. Crap, Adamantine's getting pinched here. You got Copper attacking from the south, and then Steel attacking from the north. And Steel's got a huge army of 130 here. So I think they're definitely going to be able to take Adamantine's capital city. I want to find where their king was. I feel like he was pretty OP. Oh, there's a guy with Adamantine. Okay, well, this is where all their Adamantine stuff's been going. This guy just has a full Adamantine set and a spear. Meanwhile, like, the actual soldiers don't have, like, anything. All right, let's see how long this guy can survive. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, he still survived. So now he's just part of Steel Team's empire. Well, now that there's not an empire between them, it looks like there's kind of a clash going on between Steel and Copper. And I think Steel is kind of winning. So yeah, Adamantine's down to their last colony here, and I think it's going to get taken by Steel. 90%, and it's over. So Adamantine is officially out. And then Silver over here just continues to hold on by a thread. They still have 50 army, which is weirdly impressive for how small their kingdom is. And they're actually like pushing back Mithril right now. So we'll see. I don't even know if they'll be the next ones out. It could end up being Bronze actually. All right, Bronze just retook a city down here in the south, but Steel is coming after them big time. It does feel like Steel is kind of the smartest kingdom out of all of them. They kind of just commit like all of their army to every attack that they do. When they were attacking Adamantine, they had like all of their army there. So they just took them out super quick. And I think that's the same thing that's happening with Bronze. I mean, I guess it's smart unless they get attacked, but they're definitely the most aggressive kingdom. And I think that's really working out for them. This could be the end of Bronze. They're getting captured. This is their last city here at 5%. And yep. I think that's it. Yeah, Bronze is out. The second one's out. So again, Silver has managed to outlive 2 different kingdoms. Whoa, and Copper. No way, they're doing so well at 1100. And yeah, they're actually bigger than Iron Kingdom now, and they're up there with Steel Kingdom. Copper continues to grow bigger. They're up to 1350. This game is just all over the place though. I still like have no idea who's gonna pull ahead. They all just kind of keep trading. And I'm just so dumbfounded by the fact that Silver is still here. How? They don't have any army. They only have 400 population. Though this could be it. Okay, Mithril took one of their colonies over, but knowing them, I feel like just somehow they're gonna end up surviving this. Or maybe not. You got Steel coming in with a huge army of 90. Yeah, with this Steel army, it's surprising I still don't see very much past like wood and stone. I see a couple like bronze things that they stole from bronze, but overall it's still like a mostly wooden army. Okay, is that it? Okay, yep, silver is officially out. So now it's just down to these four: steel, mithril, copper, and iron. Steel has definitely gained a pretty good lead with 2100, but I think what needs to happen is mithril or copper really need to just go hard after iron. Because if mithril and copper could go after iron and take their kingdom over, then they would have enough population to rival steel. But we'll see. I think even without that, they still have a good chance, because it does seem like copper and mithril are both kind of going after steel. But again, steel is just so scary though. They're so aggressive. Copper's doing a big push in iron with their biggest army here. And this city should fall, yeah, 30, 40. And yep, all right. That's a nice boost for copper. They're up to 1250. I guess steel has also been pushing them pretty hard on the left here. And then mithril is still holding at about 1500. They might be able to take some of steel's colonies, but we'll see. Steel is just being relentless. They really broke through mithril's defenses. Yeah, they only have 165 army total. Meanwhile, steel has like 632 army. Here in the west, copper has done a pretty good job of keeping steel out of their base. Well, at least until now. They were holding the line here pretty well for quite a while. How are they taking this? Okay, well, copper just took that colony somehow. I don't know how, and then steel took this one. Yeah, at this point, things are not looking great for copper and mithril. Iron Kingdom, they're kind of like silver. They somehow are still alive, and they've even kind of made a bit of a comeback. They were down to like one colony at some point, and they managed to grow their kingdom up to 1400 again. I don't know how they did that, but somehow they did. This could be Judgment Day for mithril. You got two pretty big steel armies coming in, and then also iron is attacking from the south. For mithril is down to like 10 army at this point, so they really have no one to defend themselves with. GG mithril, there's that city down. And then this one, I think is going to get taken by iron. Or I guess steel ended up taking it. All right, rip. Well, mithril's out, which is very surprising. I totally thought mithril was going to win with how the game started. I think this is the end of copper. Steel's taking this, their bottom left city. And this one might actually get taken over by iron. And copper's just got a little bit of army left, which funny enough, I really don't see like any copper stuff from them. It looks like most of their stuff is stolen from either iron or steel. Yeah, they're just like not even using their own resource anymore. And we'll see, can they somehow defeat this giant army? No, they definitely can't. Oh, their king's like kind of OP. He's got like full iron armor that I guess he stole from Iron Kingdom. Let's see what he does. Come on, boy, go. Ah, rip. Well, that's it for copper. So now it's just steel versus iron. It ended up coming down to both of the like middle tier resources. I was thinking it probably also is an advantage if you have a lot of land, because the resources will spawn more. So I think steel, just once they got that edge of having the most land out of everyone, they were able to just craft a lot more of their resource, if that makes sense. So iron is down to just 3 cities left and 1,000 population. I think it's probably just a matter of time at this point. And yeah, they're just sending like everything they have in here. Well, I still think it's pretty hilarious that iron managed to outlive copper and mithril. They were just on the edge of death for like so long. And last city here, iron's trying to make their last little defense here. Okay, starting to come under capture, 50%, 70, 80, 90, and that's it. So iron is out, and that means steel is the victor, ending with 6,200 population. Well, I feel like that makes sense. I mean, steel is one of like the mid-tier materials, so I feel like they had a good balance of their material not being super rare, but their weapons also not being like doo-doo like copper or bronzes. So I think that makes sense. I think for me, I would have bet on either steel or iron. And I feel like iron was doing super well for a little bit. And Mithril was honestly doing super well. I thought with how the game started that they would definitely win, but somehow Steel ended up pulling ahead, and I think part of it's due to their resource, but part of it is also due to the fact that they were just so aggressive, and none of the other kingdoms were like that. So yeah, it makes sense that they ended up winning. It looks like we're ending in year 229. War went on for 129 years with 43,000 deaths.